we have some of the confusion regarding the framework and the design pattern. When we talk about the framework, there are JUnit, TestNG. These are the frameworks. MS Test, NUnit, or unit test, PyTest. These are the framework. So if I would like to tell you in this way, so let's say if I can say the framework for Java, I can say TestNG, JUnit is a framework. For C#, I can say MS Test or NUnit is a framework. For Python, your unit test or PyTest is your framework. Okay, this is the framework for a specific language. Now, most of us, we said I worked on data-driven framework. Someone said I worked on a keyword-driven framework. Somebody says I worked on hybrid framework. Somebody says I worked on page object model framework. So very clear, these are not a framework, these are a design patterns. Okay, all below are the design patterns: data-driven, keyword-driven, hybrid, page object model. So there are different design patterns. Let's say I mentioned data-driven, keyword-driven, hybrid, page object model. Then there is TDD, then there is a BDD, then there is a UDD. So these are a different design patterns by which we can create our own a complex structure of your framework. Okay, so I am going to explain on this design patterns along with these are the frameworks. We are going to take a Java with any of these design patterns. So mostly in the industry, page object model is used. So page object model framework, which says, so there are two things in the page object model framework. So I will show you that too. Let's say this is my implementation and this is my execution. When we say implementation and execution, so whenever you implement any of the framework or whenever you start working on any of the framework or design pattern, like in your organization, if you have page object model design pattern and you wanted to work on that, so always starts with implementation. And what page object model framework says, why it is more used, because page object model framework is having its own structure and it's it is separated from each one of this. Let's say I have this is my I mean a site under test, that is SUT. Okay, so this website we will do the automation today. So let's say this is my application under test. So this is my username, password, and confirm password. If I wanted to test this, so before that, when I start my automation, I can start identifying its locator. I'm not in detail about the locators and all. Okay, guys, please keep yourself on mute, please. Please, guys. So we can keep this. We identify this locator first, that is username, password, confirm password, and your submit or login button. That is my first job. That is my locators. So most of you are aware about the locators. So locators are where you wanted to do some action. So my implementation says in the page object model framework, I will implement first a locators. Then I will write action on that locator, and then I will write my test. So these are my implementation. When I say execution, on the execution size, I will start first from the test. Test will call my action, and action will call my locators. So if you can see, this is totally opposite to your implementation. So these things, if you can identify and if you understand, it is the best thing that you can explain in your interview. There is a two-way, implementation and execution in the page object model framework. So we'll start with implementation first, and then we'll see the execution. Okay, so before that, we can start we are going to use Java with Eclipse. So I'm going to open my Eclipse. This is my Eclipse, and here I'm going to create a new framework for you guys. Okay, so just have a look at here. So I am going to create a new Java project. If you cannot see, I'll just make it this bigger one so that you can see. Just give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to create a Java project. So now my Java project name is Page Object Model Framework. So I am creating the Page Object Model Framework. This is my framework. Okay. Under this, I'm going to create all the complex structure or architecture which we had discussed before some time. Okay. Now, when we say Page Object Model, this is my framework. SRC is nothing but my source folder. So I don't need any of the source folder. I just wanted to remove this source folder first. Okay. So before that, we just create some of the structure. So right click on your framework, new, and you can create a new source folder. First one is my component functions. Okay. This is my first source folder, that is my component functions. I'll show you what is component function. So I'll explain one by one. Once I created, I explain one by one. So now component function is my core architecture. In the component function, I do have all my common functions. Those are used for the multiple projects. I do have a initializer script, that means which is used or call before each one of the tests. I have 100 tests. Before all 100 tests, my initializer script will execute. That is my initializer. Function, again I repeat, component function is common to all of your applications. So can you please keep yourself on mute, guys, please? Okay, so this is your component function. Now within a component function, I do have my common functions, I do have my initializer script. So I am going to create that later on. Now this is my core architecture. Then with the core architecture, I should work on a different projects. Let's say just now I show you one site, that is my Selenium QTP automation site. Okay, so if I wanted to automate this site, I'm going to create its project here. Okay, so I said I'm going to create a new source folder, that is Selenium QTP underscore project. So each project is having its own source folder, so that your common component functions are applicable to each and every project, so that no need to multiple times your component function. Most of the time what happens, people are creating the framework for every individual application, which is not required. If you work in this way, it is definitely not required. Your component function, your core architecture should be always separate from any of your project. Okay, so now I created the project, I created the component functions.